Remember when you were a kid and you dreamed about being something like a firefighter, an astronaut, or maybe by today's standards, a social media influencer? Well, unfortunately, most of us grow up, we lose sight of those dreams, and we settle into whatever career path life throws at us. But what if AI could help you explore all of these possibilities again, just like you were sitting in that sandbox with your friends? Well, Google just dropped a new tool that does exactly that. And I'm going to share all of it with you in this video right now. Let's talk about it.
Welcome to the API for Everyone Daily Brief.
Welcome to Google Labs Career Dreamer. This is a playful way to explore career possibilities with AI, and we will walk through this. I find it very, very incredible. So number one, you're going to shape your professional story, and I'm going to walk you through this step by step. You're going to be able to explore career possibilities, maybe many things that you didn't know existed, or maybe you don't feel might be in your experience wheelhouse. And then you can take the next step. And once you get all this information, you can jump over to Gemini and try to figure out how you can take more steps towards your career goals. So here we are. We are in grow.google/career-dreams/home/ I'll have a link and I'll put it up here on the screen somewhere. But this is a Google Labs product, so it's not quite probably fully baked yet. They're still working on it. This is kind of their beta playground, if you will, but amazing things happen inside of Google Labs. So let's click Start and see what happens here. So we're both going through this together. I've gone through it once just for a test. I was blown away by it. So here, to start, let's share a current or previous role. Well, let's just use what I'm doing right now. I'm doing AI training for teams. Okay, that's what I'm doing. And my organization, well, let's put launch ready.ai. Here we go. It is generating some insights here. Let's see what it comes out with. Okay, so let's select all the tasks that I have performed in this role of AI training for teams at launchready.ai. Develop comprehensive training modules to onboard new team members to AI platforms? Absolutely. Design interactive workshops to teach participants how to effectively use AI tools for their specific roles? Absolutely. Create and curate diverse data sets to optimize the performance of AI models for various business applications. I do that, but not really in this particular role, so I'm just going to leave that blank. Facilitate hands-on practice sessions to build user confidence and proficiency in employing AI technologies. I absolutely do that. Evaluate user progress and provide personalized feedback to enhance learning outcomes and AI adoption. I absolutely do that. And collaborate with subject matter experts to ensure training content accurately reflects evolving AI capabilities and industry best practices. I absolutely do that. So here we go. I just didn't pick one just because I don't feel it's quite as, part of my day-to-day operations here. It's just something I do outside of it. So let's click next and see what happens. Okay, now it's asking me to select at least 3 skills that apply to me. So AI fundamentals, and you'll notice here it gives you kind of a description of each one so you fully understand what it's asking. So AI fundamentals, instructional design, technical communication, adult learning principles, curriculum development, presentation delivery, feedback integration, and learning technology. Well, a lot of these here, but we have to pick 3. So I'm going to go with AI fundamentals, instructional design, and presentation delivery for this particular one. So let's click next. Okay, and if for any reason this slows down, I will speed it up. But for right now, we are fully in real time. So you're seeing how quickly this moves. Now it's giving me this career identity statement. This is really good, especially if you're creating some form of cover letter for a resume, if you're trying to explain who you are, what you do. I find when I go to networking events that oftentimes is very challenging for people to really even tell you what they do or who their perfect client or customer is. So in this case, I am an AI training specialist dedicated to bridging the gap between complex artificial intelligence concepts and practical application. Spot on. Leveraging my expertise in instructional design and presentation delivery, I develop and facilitate engaging workshops and modules that equip teams with the confidence and proficiency to effectively utilize AI tools. My approach emphasizes hands on learning and personalized feedback, ensuring content remains relevant and reflective of evolving AI capabilities. I mean, that's pretty spot on. The only thing I would add to it is I take a human centric approach, but I think for most people, this is incredible. And you saw how quickly we came to this. So now in this bottom right, you will see explore paths. So let's see what happens here. Okay, it looks like it has created this really cool kind of mind map thing that we can really explore. So we have everything here on the far left from a UI UX designer developer. And it gives you like a job description, a place where you can learn more. I'm definitely not that. And then you go into things like coach, generative AI educator, self-enrichment teacher, analytics manager. All the way over here to the right, you'll see a personal trainer, fitness instructor. So the gamut everywhere. Now, the closer to the circle, I would assume the more powerful or the more qualified, although this says animal trainer. I don't quite know what I'm going to be doing as an animal trainer. So again, this is Google Labs. It's not perfect, but training development specialist, AI adoption lead, analytics manager, AI workflow designer. So there are some titles in here that might not be familiar. They might be new, might not even know that they exist. So that's really cool. So the next step after this, I would assume here is just let's pick training and development specialist. It tells me the average salary here. It gives me what typical degree you might need for this particular position. It's giving me some sweet spots here, how it can overlap with some things that I'm doing. And then if you click this, it looks like it takes you to where you could actually look for a job or a position. That is very cool. It gives you a day in the life. Here's what to expect a day in the life. Let's see how close we are here. Design and develop comprehensive training programs to enhance employee skills and knowledge. Yeah, I do that every day. Create engaging and interactive learning materials, including presentations, manuals, e-learning modules. Facilitate training sessions and workshops. Evaluate the effectiveness of the programs, of course. Identify training needs, always doing that. Stay current with industry best practices and trends. That's a full-time job by itself. And collaborate with subject matter experts. So you've got all that. Areas for growth. So here is the opportunities where we can specialize in new areas. And it kind of gives you, look at that, change management, performance measurement, learning technologies, curriculum development, and needs assessments. And then upskilling resources. So it's leading you to one of their certification programs. I think that's pretty valuable. Yeah, there we go. So that is how all of this works. Now, how do we go back to where we were? Explore paths. Now we have all this information. We can actually jump to Gemini. We could create a resume, a cover letter, or even explore more ideas. And there you have it, folks. I think a very valuable tool for a whole lot of people. If it's not valuable for you, please share this with other folks. If you did find value, please hit that subscribe button, like button, bell notification button. I found this valuable. I had a lot of fun exploring this with all of you out there. Physical fitness instructor, maybe non-competitive bodybuilder, that might be more appropriate. Animal trainer, I don't know where that came from, but maybe in Gemini's memory. I do have 3 dogs that I love very much, and I talk a lot about them on there, so maybe that's where it got it from. But regardless, there's always kind of those things that pop in that might not be a fit, but hey, maybe being an animal trainer or a non-competitive bodybuilder could be a future for me. I doubt it, but one can dream. Well, that's it for me today. My name is Harrison Painter. This has been your AI for Everyone Daily Brief. And until next time, keep creating, keep innovating, and most importantly, keep up. God bless.
Thanks for listening. I'm glad you stayed. One more spark for the plans you've made. If this show hit, go share the vibe. Like, subscribe, let's build this tribe.